Hi there. This is Lily Eggers with Rooted Relationships, and today we're going to talk about the team model. Now, I think of all of the paradigms, of all of the concepts and ideas that I'm teaching you, this is probably singularly the most transformative concept that I know of. When two people go from being isolated humans, separate humans with their own needs and interests being their primary concern, and they move into being a team where the needs of the other person is as important as the needs of yourself, what happens is truly extraordinary. Okay, let's get started. So the team model is something, like I said, it's a paradigm. It's a way of thinking and being that's different from probably how you've lived most of your life. So for me, in my marriage, it looked like this. We were in our 30s, we came together, we dated, we got married, we had children. That put a certain stress on the system where we did really well. We did great. Taking care of ourselves, thinking of ourselves. We were both good at taking care of ourselves, so we did pretty well, or we didn't get into a lot of conflict. But when we had children, it put just enough stress on the system that suddenly it was like, we shot to such a disconnected place because we were so focused on our own needs. It wasn't fair that I wasn't sleeping enough. He wasn't doing his fair share of the cooking and cleaning. I was breastfeeding and exhausted and recovering from birth. Like, why wasn't he giving me more? Why am I not getting more? Now that mentality of they're not giving me enough and I need more from that person is not being on the same team. That is me, okay? And I say that with so much love and compassion in my heart, guys, because I was there so much. I didn't know any other way, okay? And most people don't. This kind of concept is why you're in this program. It's about why you get coaching, why you get therapy, why you want to grow something new, because these are the steps and the stages. What we built in place of that is a relationship where I feel deeply held and taken care of. First of all, I don't ask for a ton, and when I do, he really hears me and really shows up for that question and request. Where it used to be, I had a list that was so long of what he wasn't providing me. And now my list is very short, and I honor the request because I know he will take it deeply to heart and he will give that thing to me. And so, first of all, I would say the team model is about reasonable. It's about being reasonable and being fair when we're thinking about our own needs. Number two, it's actually getting really deeply and sincerely curious about the other person's needs. What does that person need? In what ways do they feel unseen, unmet, unvalued? Okay? My husband and I were in therapy for months, and he shared with me about the burden, the financial burden in our family, about the stress of his family, about the stress of his health and well-being, I did not know what his life was because our orbits didn't deeply connect. So start getting curious today about what it's like to be in your partner's universe and experience, okay? Ask them questions and be curious, okay? And the more you do that for them, the more they're going to do that for you. And the more you do that for them, the more you're going to do for you. Do you see this? It's a shift in a dynamic from pull, not enough, lack of abundance, to abundance, where suddenly you're giving to each other. The team model is one really vital step towards achieving that paradigm. So you no longer exist in a one-person system. Anytime you make decisions, you are thinking about how is this decision going to impact the team. It's not just about me. If I get this new job, if I decide to cut my hair, if I want to have another kid, well, that one's obvious, but if I buy this car or that car, if I decide to do a vacation with my girlfriends or my dudes this week or that week, it is a collaborative decision, and it has an impact on the entire team. And when you feel like my partner cares about my experience and I care about theirs, I'm telling you, beautiful things happen in relationship. It's about being a secure base. And when I say a secure base, what I'm talking about is I am here and I'm not going anywhere. I am here and I am not going anywhere. That is how you want to have a team. You want a team that is built on that kind of value. If you think about a sports team, and if you have people that are like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, that's not a solid, you can't function well when you're like, is that guy going to be here or not be here? A secure base is that reassurance as many times and as often and as much as it needs to be made. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I choose you. I choose you. As a team, you protect each other. Now, you do this in public. So what this might look like is your partner has just been a total selfish jerk, in your opinion, and you go to a barbecue with all your friends and you start telling the girls about it. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, he's so this and that, I'm so this and that, piss, he's so lazy. That is not how you treat a teammate, okay? This is important. You don't talk ill of each other behind your back. Now, therapy, you're allowed to. In therapy, the point of a therapist is to help guide you into being your very best self. They're not going to necessarily just agree with your complaints. Friends, it depends on your quality of friend. Most friends are like, girl, he sucks. You're so right. And that doesn't help your relationship at all, okay? Doesn't help it. Now, if you have the kind of friend who's like, wow, it sounds like he's really struggling, or I wonder if if he's feeling depressed, or, I want to, right? That's someone who is willing to see the complexity, okay? So, but in general, the rule stands. Don't bitch about your partner to other people. Just as a quick aside, I would say the same thing about your kids. Don't bitch about your kids to other people. Again, save it for your therapist, save it for your partner when you're talking about frustrations, but it's leaky energy and it's negative, and it often, kids hear things. They may look like they're not paying attention, but they are. Another key element to this new team model paradigm is you only win if the other person is winning. Okay, so let's say you want to move to New York and your partner wants to move to LA. What are you going to do? If you move to New York, you're not winning if your partner is miserable. If you move to LA, your partner is not winning if you're miserable, okay? So you have to find a middle ground. You have to find something where you both are feeling like you're winning. Now, it might be you come to some sort of negotiation, like I'll go to New York for 2 years and then I really want to get back to LA, or whatever. Or you pick a neutral zone. The point is that there's no winning if your partner is not on board. Okay? That's really important to take in. There's no winning if your partner is not on board. You have to recruit them. A team model is about recruiting. Come join me here. Come, let me entice you into seeing it my way. Let me seduce you into joining me in this endeavor that you may or may not want to quite yet, okay? So it's really important. Another component to the team model is your pain is mine to soothe. Now, there's a lot of talk about codependency, and it's hard to tell sometimes the lines about where that is and where that isn't. The point is this: Your pain is mine to soothe means I want to know how to soothe you. I want to learn how to do that. I want to get better and better and better at that. And guess what? The more you do it for your partner, the more they're going to do it for you. You're modeling what you want more of, okay? This is so big. Transformative, this stuff, I'm telling you right now. Transformative. Your pain is mine to soothe. And finally, I just have this image of like, you're holding each other up at times, okay? Sometimes one of you is going to be having a harder time, sometimes the other. The idea is that you practice holding up your partner so that when you're having a hard time, they are there for you. And if you're always waiting until they're the first one, you could wait forever. Just show up the way you want your partner to show up for you. Okay, that's a lot to digest. Please feel free to message me with questions. I look forward to seeing you soon. See you next time.